Do you ever feel like you're the only one not shouting your wins from the rooftops? In a world that seems to run on self-promotion, where every achievement is a potential Instagram post or a LinkedIn update, staying quiet about your successes can feel strange. People might misunderstand you, thinking you lack ambition or have low self-esteem. But what if I told you that not bragging is actually a sign of something much deeper, something far more powerful? It's a sign that you might be more self-aware than you even realize. Psychology offers a fascinating perspective on this. For many people, not feeling the need to broadcast their accomplishments isn't about hiding or false modesty. It is about deep-seated cognitive and emotional processes that anchor your sense of worth. Somewhere else entirely, somewhere independent of external validation. Let's explore the 7 powerful reasons why this might be your reality. The first, and perhaps most important, reason is having an internal locus of self-worth. If you don't feel a burning need to talk about your successes, it's likely because you derive your sense of value from your own internal standards, not from what others think. Your brain simply doesn't connect the meaning of an achievement to the number of likes, compliments, or pats on the back it receives. For you, success is a fact, not a message that needs to be delivered. This distinction is absolutely fundamental. Psychologically, it means the reward has already been cashed in internally. You've already felt the satisfaction, the alignment with your personal values, or that deep sense of meaning that comes from accomplishing something you set out to do. Any external praise is just a bonus, a nice to have, but never a requirement for you to feel good about what you've done. The second reason is a keen awareness of the relativity of success. More reflective individuals, like you might be, understand that every achievement exists within a specific context. It's a mix of time, resources, circumstances, and yes, a little bit of luck. Your mind doesn't just see the shiny final outcome. It sees the whole messy, complicated picture, the randomness, the structural factors, the help you got along the way. This perspective makes it really hard to frame your success as purely a result of your own personal superiority. Instead, you see it as a moment in time, a phase in a longer process. Bragging about something that you know is temporary and contingent can feel, on a deep level, cognitively dishonest. It just doesn't align with your more nuanced understanding of how the world actually works. This leads us to the third reason, a low need to regulate other people's emotions. Let's be honest, a lot of bragging isn't really about the success itself. It's about the reaction it's designed to provoke: admiration, envy, or recognition. People with higher emotional intelligence, however, are often acutely aware of this dynamic. They instinctively sense that they don't want to manipulate how others feel, even if it's unintentional. They understand that broadcasting their own success might inadvertently trigger feelings of failure, comparison, or even shame in someone else. This isn't about making yourself smaller to make others feel better. It's about perceiving the broader relational field. Your empathy simply activates faster than your impulse for self-presentation. You be more tuned in to the people around you than to the urge to put yourself on a pedestal. The fourth reason is having a mature relationship with your ego. Not bragging doesn't mean you lack pride in your accomplishments. It just means your ego doesn't require constant feeding from the outside world. Ego psychology explains that people with a more stable and secure self-image do need to constantly seek external proof of their worth. It's not because they think they're above it all, it's because they don't feel an internal deficit that needs to be filled. For them, success isn't a bandage to cover up self-doubt. It's a natural byproduct of their actions and efforts. The less your ego screams for attention, the more mental and emotional space you have for genuine, authentic experience. You're free to just be without needing to perform. Next up, the fifth reason. You likely have a process-oriented mindset rather than one that's purely outcome-oriented. People who don't brag about success are often the ones who value the journey far more than the destination. Your brain is wired to remember the effort, the mistakes you learned from, and the personal growth you experienced along the way more vividly than the final prize. Within this framework, bragging about the outcome feels like a massive oversimplification. It's like summarizing a beautiful, complex novel with just its last sentence. It feels like a distortion of what was truly valuable. For you, success isn't the dramatic climax of the story. It's just one of many important points along a much longer timeline. Psychologically, this reflects a high level of cognitive integration, the ability to see and appreciate complexity rather than just chasing simple, symbolic victories. The sixth reason is a fascinating one: a lack of need for social comparison both upward and downward. Bragging is often a tool for social positioning. It's a way of saying, look at me, I'm higher up the ladder, I'm better than you, or I'm further along in life. But self-aware individuals tend to recognize that these comparisons are cognitively shallow and, frankly, emotionally exhausting. You understand that there will always be someone more successful and someone less successful, and that your intrinsic value doesn't live on some imaginary ranking scale. Your brain isn't operating in constant competition mode. Instead, it's focused on alignment with your own values, your own path, your own self. You're running your own race, so you don't feel the need to look over your shoulder to see where everyone else is. And finally, the seventh, and perhaps deepest, reason is a healthy caution toward identity-based narratives. Highly self-aware people intuitively know that if you tie your identity too tightly to your successes, you're setting yourself up for a world of pain. Because if your successes define you, then your failures will have to define you just as heavily. So you wisely choose not to build your entire self-image around your achievements. You treat them as elements of your life, not the definition of your life. This serves as a powerful psychological shield, protecting your core self from the fragility that comes when things inevitably stop going your way. In this sense, not bragging is a form of long-term psychological self-care. It's a strategy for resilience. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's crucial to understand that not bragging about your success doesn't mean you read minimizing it or hiding it. It means you've placed its significance in the right context. You understand a profound truth. Success doesn't need to be announced to be real. It doesn't need to be seen by an audience to matter. And that, right there, is the very essence of what true self-awareness looks like. Not everything of value needs applause. Sometimes the quiet satisfaction of knowing you did it is the greatest reward of all. See you in the next one.